Tuesday. The weirdest, strangest, most out of this world thing happened this morning. My husband got up and went to work. I'm alone. It's just me and the dog for the first time in 2 years. Over 2 years, if you look at the date. It was 2 years, I think, like March 16th or something like that was the day my husband went to work and was sent home because of the pandemic. And he's not back at work permanently. Not yet. They're just having a office day where the team can get together and do their things. And so he told me last week, he goes, I'm going to the office on Tuesday. So he was up at 5:30 this morning. He was out of the house by 6 o'clock or 6:30. I didn't even get up until, well, I was up. I didn't leave the bedroom until 7:30. And here we are. Here we are. And so I'm going to have a day. I'm gonna have a day. I'm gonna have a day. And like, is it weird that I'm excited? Is it weird that I'm excited? And I deliberately chose to vlog today because my husband's not gonna be home. And I wanna see what happens. I wanna see if the vlogs change and how the vlogs change because my husband's not home. When I've been doing all of this reflective stuff, right? I've been looking at old content and kind of recreating the Diva and the Divine Identity. I've been watching a lot of my old vlogs. And of course, all of my old vlogs are, for the most part, are me vlogging my life during the day when my husband is away at work, traveling, or at the office if it was a Friday. And so I haven't gotten to like what since we were in Minnesota. I should do that actually just to see how it changed. But it's interesting because I feel like there's that piece of me that is always so reserved when I'm on the camera because like I don't want to interrupt him by talking to myself, even though I'm talking to you guys, but like he hears me talking to myself for 5-6 minutes at one go. We're doing all like filming all these random things. And like I'm just not I'm a little reserved in front of him still, which is stupid because this has been my job for years now. But anyway, my husband is at work today and we're going to have a Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. All right, let's talk about breakfast. It is, oh my gosh, it might as well be called lunch. It is 20 till 11. It has been a day. I actually got online and did a coffee chat this morning. So all the things. Anyway, it's time for food. And so I'm having a Fairlife shake, which is 150 calories and 30 grams of protein. And then I'm actually having 2 pieces of toast because I went to Trader Joe's yesterday, which, hold that thought, I went and I actually bought, even though I'm getting all of the wild grain sourdough stuff, I got my tried and true sprouted sourdough bread. Why do I love this? Because it is 90 calories a slice, which feels a little hefty, yes. 7 grams of protein in each slice of this bread, 14 carbs, 2 grams of fiber. Like, awesome macros. So this packs a protein punch that the regular sourdough does not. So I have 2 slices of it. Yeah, there's a hole in my bread with 2/3 of a tablespoon of butter on there. And so that is my breakfast. It's going to be 44 grams of protein and a very reasonable amount of carbohydrates. So can't knock that. And now, because I completely forgot about it, I did film a Trader Joe's haul for you yesterday. I went to Trader Joe's for the first time since, I don't know, September, October, something like that. We desperately needed a Trader Joe's restock. So I went and I bought all my faves, and here's the clip. All right, let's do a Trader Joe's haul, my friends. We've got just the essentials, really, just the essentials. There wasn't anything too new that I was crazy about, so I just grabbed what we needed. I haven't been to Trader Joe's in a very, very long time, so it was time to restock some things. We're starting with the reduced guilt macaroni and cheese. This is an essential. I get 3 or 4 every single time I go. They're so good. The price is right, and the macros are actually really solid as well. If you check that out, not too shabby for macaroni and cheese. Also got the turkey corn dogs. These are excellent in the air fryer. I did grab the shea butter and coconut oil hair mask. I remember really liking this, and I've been needing a deep conditioner for my hair. I got a couple cans of the skipjack tuna because it's actually cheaper to buy these here than at Target. I got 1 little fruit bar. We got the organic tomato and roasted red pepper soup. I like to have these soups on hand because the macros are really, really solid for these as well. Look at that fiber, y'all. in the soup. Heck yes. Put a little bit of Parmesan cheese on top of this. It is a good lunch. I got some of the broccoli slaw, which is a really great thing to be able to cook up and like add a dressing or something to and have like a warm vegetable side. And since I want to work on increasing my produce intake, yes, but I want to cook the produce, I'm less apt to get lettuce and more apt to get something chunkier like this. And this was a great place to get them. Even though I have a Wild Grain Box subscription, I couldn't help myself with this because the macros are unparalleled. One slice, 90 calories, yes, but no fat. It doesn't impact my fat at all. 14 carbs, 2 fiber, 7 protein. Can you even? I can't handle it. Really good is just like toast with a little bit of butter. So stinking good. I got the tomato and basil hummus dip. I really love this. This says chunky guacamole, but it's actually the reduced guilt chunky, the reduced guilt guacamole, because it's made with the Greek yogurt and less calories and all that, but they just took the reduced guilt label off of it. I don't know, unless I did it wrong, but like the stats are still lower than regular guacamole. I don't know. I always buy at least one of these when I go. I think I have 2 downstairs. And my cookie of choice, I just got 2 containers of the chocolate chip cocoa meringues. Again, these are not going to impact my fats at all. They are 30 calories per cookie and only 18 carbs, 1 fat, 1 protein for the 3 cookies. These are great. We got the light mozzarella cheese. I've been feeling like pizza vibes and I needed some mozzarella cheese. I got the Green Goddess dressing. I was also thinking that a little bit of this on top of this while it's warm would be really good. I got some grated Parmesan cheese because the Parmesan cheese inventory at my Target has been low. So, and I know that this is really good grated Parm, and it's always nice to have Parmesan cheese on hand. The frozen stuff, y'all, I had to get my essentials. These are my essentials, and they're both gnocchis. The gorgonzola gnocchi al gorgonzola, so good. Really good for like high carb day, 8 fat, 36 carbs, a little bit of fiber in there, a little bit of protein in there, like not too shabby. And then of course, we had to get the cauliflower gnocchi as well. This is just an essential. My cauliflower gnocchi bowls are one of my favorite things to eat, and we haven't had them in ages because I've been out of this. And then just for funsies, I bought myself a seafood blend. I like to cook up some of this actually and put it in the reduced guilt macaroni and cheese for like a seafood mac and cheese vibe. Really good. And then finally, I decided to splurge and got myself a spring bouquet of flowers because the flowers are absolutely gorgeous today. So I bought it because I couldn't help myself. So that is my little haul from today's Trader Joe's run. Oh, my friends, this day has taken a turn and not for the worst. Do you see this? I have my entire side of the closet on this bed. My entire side of the closet. And why? Because I am going to do part of the project that I've been meaning to do for a while and color analyze my entire wardrobe. I'm actually sorting through things. It's not just about the color analysis. I have already gone through most of my clothes, and especially in the closet, and I even went downstairs and looked through some of the stuff I have in storage and things like that. And I pulled things that I'm like, I'm really not gonna wear this anymore. Like, new Brianna is not gonna wear this regardless of if I ever fit into it again or not. And I got rid of 2 bags full of clothing. Old, used, or like old. I got rid of like some bras and some panties and things like that that are like, why do I still have these? This is unnecessary. So I'm cleaning out my closet. And now I'm going to use the color analysis wheel that I got from House of Color for my summer wardrobe. And the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see if every piece of clothing, like I'm gonna look at every piece of clothing, is it or is it not on the spectrum of summer? If it is not, well, first it is, do I wanna keep this regardless of if it is on the spectrum or not? If the answer is no, I don't even have to color analyze it. If the answer is yes, I'm gonna color analyze it. And I'm gonna go through and I'll be like, what do I have that's actually in summer and what is not my color season? Then things that aren't my color season, I'm gonna go, do I still wanna keep this? Is this practical for me to keep? So we're playing in the bedroom today, and it's gonna be an adventure. look at what I've got going on here. So right here, I have 2 piles of each. In season, not in season, not in season. I mean, jeans are jeans. But, so here's the basic premise of summer. I'm a summer, soft blue, smoky, and rose. So like my browns are cool toned browns. My neutral is navy, not black, not gray, and like rosy colors and things like that. So we're starting with this pile. This is actually probably a winter color. And what you'll notice actually is, and I don't have a winter palette here to compare to, but almost everything that isn't a summer in my closet is likely a winter, So like this, I wear this shirt all the time. And while this green is close, it's very close. And it's the same with the sweater, but like, see that teal? It's very close to that green, but this green is probably more of a jewel toned winter green than actually the teal, but it's very close. And one thing you have to keep in mind is like, there's a spectrum of infinite colors, right? So these represent just a quarter of all the colors in the world. So what you're supposed to do is actually like, if you take something and you put it next to it and it feels like it blends into the family, it's probably in your season. So that's what I did, especially for a lot of like the reds and blushes. Like they're not exact matches, but they blend in, as opposed to like if you put a cool toned something next to a very deliberately warm toned something, it's quite obvious that it's not in your color. But so a lot of the stuff I kept, even if it's not exact, it blends in. So like these are both summer reds, and some of the more pale greens are mine. Navy is mine. The grays are not, but the purple is a perfect match. I'm not gonna go through everything, but you see we got a lot of burgundies, we got the purple. My favorite plaid shirt has navy and a red. This is a burgundy red that is my color. Things that I haven't been wearing but should, like these browns work. This is a taupe, and this brown is very, very close. It's not an exact match. It might be just a hair warmer. This is a black-based shirt. This is the shirt I wore the other day, but the accent colors are my color. I'm absolutely 100% keeping this because I look awesome in this shirt. This is a great example of a perfect summer shirt. All of these colors. This is a French navy base instead of a black. These like coral tones are mine. The greens are very, very similar in a pale color. Like it's the perfect summer shirt. This, believe it or not, is, from what I can deduce, is actually a summer toned shirt. This is another one that's like, some of it, like the yellows and stuff are not, but like the pinks and the sages and the light purples here definitely are a summer shirt. This one is close enough. Believe it or not, this came very close to like the raspberry color, and then also the burgundy color. Are you seeing a theme? This purple is a very close match to like the light colors. But do you see how we've got like rosy and the navy? And believe it or not, this was actually an exact match for the dark teal color. We got the navy. So that's an example of stuff that is in my color scheme. Now here's batch number 1 of stuff that's not. Lots of gray. This is very deliberately not in my color scheme. It's very warm and not mine at all. This is either a summer or a spring or an autumn. Probably an autumn if I had to guess. But a lot of my stuff that is not in my color scheme is black and gray. And there's a lot of it that I will be keeping regardless, because even though it is technically not in my color scheme, it was very, very, when I was doing my color analysis, it was very difficult to discern whether I was a summer or a winter, because winter colors actually looked really, really good on me as well. Ultimately, we landed on summer because the winter colors, you focused on the colors. It didn't enhance me. The colors were beautiful on their own and it didn't detract from me. Whereas when you put me in summer colors, it really lit me up personally. Like physically, visually. Not like, ooh, I'm excited about this. Not that kind of light me up, but like it literally lit up my complexion. So that's how we figured out that I was a summer, but I was a teetering on a winter, which is good because most of the stuff that doesn't fit with me is winter. So I can still get away with wearing it, but it's not a perfect match for my coloring,
but it's a great secondary. So that pile, we have a whole bunch of, we got a couple jewel tone things in here. One thing that's like, that's an olive green, but like this I wear all the time. That's not in my color season. This magenta is not in my color season. Here's another pile of stuff that is. Again, we're going back to blushes and some creamy whites, blush, pale, burgundy. This isn't perfect because this is warm, but the shade of the actual shirt is fine. This is perfect. That's perfect. See, do you see? Do you see? And then here's the other batch that's like, this is a warmer gray, so that we can understand wouldn't work. This also is definitely not in my color scheme, but like the grays, again with the grays and the blacks, right? Technically not my colors, but really pretty and works and things I'm not going to get rid of nonetheless. Most of this, this is perfectly in my color. This is gray. This is perfectly in my color. And thankfully, this thing that I just got from Wantable is a flawless match for one of the colors on the palette. However, this is an example of one of the things not in my color that I'm keeping anyway. This jacket, you guys have seen me wear a million times. I spent good money on this jacket, and even though it's not in my color season, I look awesome in this. I do, but it's more of an olive green. It's a cool olive green, and I think the fact that the jacket has silver details rather than gold helps a ton, but it's really interesting to be like, technically that's not in my season, but we're breaking the fashion rules and I'm keeping it anyway. So now I have to do the dresses, but this was a lot of fun, and it's giving me more closet clarity. 3 p.m. Excuse the sound of the dryer in the background, but it's 3 p.m. I have 8,600 steps, and I have not worked out today. I am in, do you ever get in, I need to get rid of all the things mode? Not like I'm in the middle of a use it up challenge, as you guys know, and so I'm actively working towards using up things that I'm like in the middle of, lip glosses and foundations and all of these things. And if you saw my video, it was actually the last video I posted as of the filming of this video. It'll be a couple of videos behind now, but I posted an update on how my Use It Up challenge went for February, and I'm extending it into March, and it's going fine. It's not nearly going as quickly as February because I used up most of the stuff that was use-upable in February, but I also kind of like took the dream too far, and I also got in mode just now. Tonight the garbage can goes out. When my husband gets home from work, he's going to put the garbage out. And so for me, you know what I did? I have to get rid of all the things. So it obviously started with the clothing purge, which I'll have to show you guys my closet. It actually looks so much cleaner. There's a lot less stuff stacked up. Things are organized, and I actually have the little section on the left is the handful of items that are like not in my season and that I'm not overly attached to. So I'm leaving them there for now. And I'm going to see if I reach for them at all. And if I don't, I'm going to get rid of them. And a lot of the winter stuff, not like warm weather stuff, but like the grays and the items of clothing, a lot of the other things I incorporated right back into my closet because there's a lot of them that I love. And then over time, now that I'm aware of all of this, and I also went through my dresses, I pulled out the one dress that I never wear and is really not in my color. It's like orange and brown and is just not for me. I got rid of 3 bags of clothing today. 3, I think. Things that had holes in them. I parted with one of my gray sequin shirts because they had holes in them, and for whatever reason, I have a duplicate of this shirt. The same shirt! And I hang on to the one that has holes in the bottom where my belt buckle rubbed on it. I can't. So I got rid of 3 bags of clothing. They're in the trash because they're all so beaten up and used or worn or old that they're just not worth donating. 3 bags of clothing. I feel so much lighter. But then what happened? I went upstairs and purged through. I've been pulling out stuff from my makeup containers, my makeup drawers that I haven't been using. I'm not going to use. They're old. They're probably expired or they're definitely expired. And I just need to pitch them. And because I shared them on the live stream I did today, I was like, you know what? Today's the day that we're going to pitch them. I pitched 25 items from my beauty drawers. 25 items. And then I didn't stop there. There was a pile of stuff under my desk that was accumulating that I'm not using. And like I ended up with 3 bags, 3 additional bags of stuff from upstairs in my office that just needed to go. Things I'm not using, things that are half beaten up, used, expired, ancient, stickers that aren't sticky anymore. I feel so good. I feel so good about it. And this whole time, I've been listening to The Obesity Code by Jason Fung, and there's so much information in there that is super, like, good. Super good and super valuable and really has me thinking. And it's stuff that lines up with Kelly LeVeque's way of thinking. And it's just, the wheels are turning. I actually had to stop. The reason I sat down is because I had to stop listening to my audiobook because I killed my AirPods.
This is a reminder. Gracie, go potty.
Hang on. And we're back. So I completely forgot where I left off. I've been cleaning and I feel so good about it. I'm also projecting and I feel good about that because my husband's not home. I did text him. I said, I hope you're having a good day. And he said, so far so good. So that's good news. That is the extent of our communication thus far today. He kissed me while I was still sleeping in bed. He woke me up enough to kiss me goodbye. And then that one text message exchange, which is fine. And it's so interesting because previous Brianna, when he traveled all the time, like I wanted to hear from him all the time. And now after being at home with him for 2 years, literally, I'm like, I'll see you when you get home. No big deal. I don't know. Are you a constant spouse communicator, or when they leave, do you like, peace, I'll talk to you later. No need to communicate with me throughout the day. And we don't have kids, so there's not a need to communicate, but definitely earlier in our marriage, I needed him to communicate with me. And I was like that when we were, for most of our relationship too, because we were long distance. If we didn't communicate via text, or phone calls, and we never communicated. We didn't see each other. So anyway, that's completely a random tangent. For lunch, I had a weird array of things. This little creation that I think I took a clip of was a cut the carb wrap filled with Trader Joe's tomato basil hummus that I hauled earlier in this video, and then the light mozzarella cheese for like a pizza type vibe that I popped in the air fryer. Was it great? No, it needed more filling, and because I'm tracking, conserving my calories for different meals throughout the day, I couldn't fill it up anymore, so that's fine. And then I also had a chomp stick and an eat me guilt-free brownie, and for lots and lots of protein, which is great. My taco bowl for dinner is already pre-tracked. And then I also had my, I don't know how to pronounce this brand name, Kenko? I caved and I'm trying this. It's like pureed, but like dry pureed organic fruit and vegetable mixtures. It's not cheap, but I wanted to try it, and because I can talk about it and like give it a whole thing. Lindsay's talking to me. She's probably finally found the thing she wanted to tell me about a couple hours ago. And so like I was influenced. A member of the Diva and the Divine community started using it and said it was really, really good. And if you mix these powdered beverages with water, she says they taste kind of like juices, like the juices that you pay for. And I actually really like juices. So, and I mean like the good, like the suja juice, like the bottled expensive juices, that kind of stuff where like there's still like pulpy and stuff in it, that kind of stuff, and then highly nutritious juices. So I ordered some. I ordered a 30-day supply. I need to make sure that's not on resubscription, but I wanted to incorporate that and try that because my body failed at embracing the 5 servings a day of fruits and vegetables. I couldn't handle it. I couldn't handle it. I was bloated all the time. I was uncomfortable. I could feel it. I could like feel it in my clothes. So I pulled back to like 2 or 3 servings a day, and that is going really well. But this, while it is a powder and not like perfect nutritionally in terms of just macros, because it's still high in sugar because there's sugar in fruit and vegetables and things like that. It's not perfect, but it gets the micronutrients from produce into my diet. So it counts as like, I don't know, 2 servings of produce, maybe more, but I'm going to count it as an extra serving of produce, or maybe 2 for the day to just help me boost those micronutrients. And I'm going to try it. And I tried the purples today, it's called, and it was very good. So there's that. That was part of my lunch as well. And I think that's the only update I have. This day is not as exciting for you guys as I originally thought it was going to be, but I am killing it on the homemaking stuff. Now the next stuff, my closet is done, my bedroom is tidied, and I purged a bunch of stuff from my office, which is awesome. Now I have to tackle the kitchen. You guys, the amount of stuff I got done today is bonkers. I'm exhausted, but in like the best, most satisfying sense possible. You know what I mean? When it like, you're so tired, but it feels so good because you know you did a ton of stuff today. That is how I feel. And at the same time, like the primary things that I did only took place in 2 rooms, but it took me literally all day. It is 5:50 p.m. so it's not quite 6 o'clock. My husband said he was going to leave from work about 6:10. So I have managed to achieve an entire day's worth of work. I'm at 11,300 steps, no workout, no nothing, just active movement literally all day. I live streamed this morning, but then as soon as I got started, I did not stop. I just kept on going. So what did I do? As I mentioned, I did the whole closet and my wardrobe, got rid of 3 bags of clothes in my closet, went upstairs, purged 3 more bags of things out of my office. Okay, so I guess I was in my office too. Then the next mission was the kitchen. And my kitchen looks the cleanest it has looked in quite some time, just because I'm the only one here, so there's nobody to like mess it up in the middle of the day, myself included. I made myself lunch, but that's it. And I don't have to cook tonight because I made tacos last night. So what I'm having for dinner is going to be a taco bowl. Hey, you wait. It's going to be a taco bowl, but I forgot to buy shredded lettuce at the store. So I improvised, and remember that, yeah, you stay, thank you. That broccoli slaw that I purchased yesterday ended up being my vegetable in my bowl last night. So what I ended up doing, so I didn't eat it raw because I wanted to cook it down a little bit, is I threw it in a pan, threw the taco meat and the salsa and everything on top of it and got it all nice and hot and cooked up, and then threw Trader Joe's reduced guilt guacamole on top of that and my cheese, and it was so good. It was so good. It was hearty. It was delicious. So that is exactly what I'm having again tonight, and then I'm going to top off the evening with a Cadbury cream egg. And what I have been doing, I've been eating dessert immediately after I eat dinner because I want to finish eating for the day by about 7:30 if at all possible, so I can fast for at least 12 hours. That's kind of where my body seems to be the most comfortable, and it's getting reiterated that this is probably not the worst plan now that I'm reading the obesity code, but I'm not going to get into any of that until I've completed it, formulated opinions, things like that. But so that is what I'm doing. I'm doing taco bowls and a Cadbury cream egg to finish out my day. And y'all, I'm calling it. I'm calling it here. I'm getting stared at because I have Gracie in a stay position instead of allowing her to squeak her toy while she does this. Well, while I do this. Oh, I also did 2 loads of laundry. That's what I have to do now. So the bedroom is not perfect. I know. Oh my gosh, it's not perfect. But I want it to be clean. So I have the living room all tidied up, the kitchen is clean, and I want the bedroom to be clean. So I need to just do a couple things in there before my husband gets home. And then, oh my gosh, you guys have to see this. Look at the saddest girl. The saddest girl. You have to stay, because I told you. Yes, ma'am. Anyway, I'm exhausted, and I'm done. So I'm going to end the vlog here. Today has been a tremendously productive day. I love my husband. I love him dearly, dearly. But it's really nice to have him be out of the house every once in a while, because I had Ed Sheeran playing, I had show tunes playing, I was listening to my book, I didn't have to mind my volume for anybody. It was a great, great day. So if you stayed with me till the end, go ahead and put some sort of cleaning emoji in the comment section down below. I don't care which one it is. Surprise me. There's a couple of them. Put a cleaning emoji down in the comments to let me know that you made it all the way to the end. And if you did, gold star to you. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, as it really does help me out. And if you haven't already joined the Diva and the Divine community, we would love to have you. Just go ahead and click that little red subscribe button and you will be a member of our community. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch. Take care. I hope you had a lovely day, and I will see you again real soon. Bye. Free. Go ahead, get your toy. Or not. Here she comes. Okay, let's play.